It's a dark, grim, foreboding Saturday morning here at Site B. The clouds are rolling in for another aerial flood. Yay! It's the 17th day of February 2024. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's Saturday, and we're continuing with our experiment of going on raids. Because I don't know what else to call this. So I'm just stealing the name from where I got the idea. I got this idea from listening to VTubers, VSojo members, people on Twitch, where what you do is you find another member of the community who's maybe not getting as enough subs or attention as you are, and you tell all your followers to go over to this other person's Twitch channel and check them out. You know, maybe some of them join, maybe some of them support, maybe they don't. I don't know. At least that's what I understand it to be. I'm not sure how correct I am. And I thought, that's something I could do. I don't really see anybody else in the tabletop role-playing game YouTube community crossing the barriers, going over to other YouTube channels and giving them some attention. Some of these channels are huge. Some of these channels are teeny. Some of these channels I like. Some of these channels I don't like. Some of these people I agree with. Some of these people I don't agree with. But that doesn't matter. If they're taking the time and the effort and the energy to support, to put tabletop role-playing game content out on the YouTube verse and try and competing with all the others, then why not head on over to their channel for a second or two, check them out, see what they offer, and see if they're worth your time. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't. I don't know. I just think somebody should do this, and I don't see anybody else doing it in the YouTube community, but I see plenty of VTubers and Twitch people doing it. So what does that say? Anyways, the first up I want to look at is 28mm RPG. He's got 478 subscribers. He was on last week, and he was one of the ones who posted last week. And I said, hey, I'll go visit your channel. So here he is. What does he do on his channel? Probably pretty much the same thing we all do. He comments on things he likes. He talks about games. He plays games. Looks like he's doing a Fear City thing. He has a lot of conversations about styles of gaming, 4D gaming, 4D game mastery, stuff like that. What is 4D game mastery? I don't know. You should probably check out his commentary on the style that he uses. Shoner has definitely made some rather interesting comments about his style of play. He obviously loves Castles and Crusades. He's done some live plays. So, check out his thoughts on role-playing game style, what 4D game mastery is, and his games that he runs and plays. This is 28mm RPG. Link, as always, down below. He's got 478 subscribers. Give him some love, Help the man out. And maybe in return, he'll come and visit us. I don't know. We'll see. It's an experiment. Maybe the experiment will result in something and bringing the community together. Maybe it won't. Next up, Black Lodge Games. You've probably heard of these guys. They have got 302 subscribers. They are apparently on a mission from God to bring high-level immersion and atmosphere. They're pretty conservative, and sometimes their opinions are a little extreme, but whatever. This is their style, and this is what they've, they're very informed. Their videos are very high quality. They're very active in the community. They're very active in, reviewing and exploring and studying games, and creating games and talking about game styles. You can see that their stuff is very professional. They're, the ones who told us how bad Candle Obscura was. You can see they've done a lot of rules, a lot of reviews, a lot of taking things apart and putting them together, a lot of exposés and editorials like this one on RPG safety tools. It's two of them. They work together. Very high level of quality, very high level of interaction, very high level of comedy and stuff like that. And they've even gone after our good friend J. Scott Garrity more than once. So, they talk about immersion. And obviously they're doing something well, being as that they have 302 subscribers and they've only made 108 videos. So check them out. Link down below as always. They make products, they make reviews, they make commentary. Sometimes they're a little conservative, but whatever. that doesn't really matter. I appreciate their art and their creativity and the investment and the energy and the professionalism. And maybe they'll send some love our way. You never know. That's the whole point of this experiment. Link down below if you want to check out Black Lodge Games. Next up, we have another channel that definitely needs some love. It's my friend RPG Grandma, my fellow Southern Californian, my fellow fan of Arduin. Arduin, a fellow Arduin fan. I mean, we are rare. But yeah, so she does videos, she does commentary, she talks a lot about old school, she talks a lot about Arduin, she talks a lot about Metamorphosis Alsa, she compares channels, stuff like that. We share stories about the weather, and of course, if you're following the fantastical made-up stories of the OGGM metaverse, then you know that aliens stole RPG Grandma's leg earlier this week. So then they haven't returned it. They're holding RPG Grandma's leg for hostage, and the aliens will not return the RPG Grandma's leg until you help her hit 1,000 subs and give a little love to Arduin, fellow Arduin lover, one of the original Gonzo role-playing games, taking the classic D&D and then interjecting science fiction and weirdness, some amazing random tables, just an amazing math. The brain of Dave Hargrave was just an amazing, scary place. It's one of the few RPG luminaries I ever had a chance to meet years and years and years and years and years ago when I was like a kid living in the Valley at Los Angeles Science Fiction and Fantasy Society's clubhouse, where they had open gaming the first Sunday of every week. And Dave Hargrave was there once for some reason. So I got to meet him, and I was a huge Arduin fan back then. Fortunately, all my Arduin books are gone, which sucks because I had an autograph on one of them. But yeah, please head on over to RPG Grandma and check out her site. Help her hit 1,000 subs. If she hits 1,000 subs, the aliens will return her leg. At least that's what the aliens say. Of course, RPG Grandma didn't actually lose her leg. This is just us having fun. So yeah, check her out. She's got 359 subs. She's a really nice lady, and she really knows what she's talking about. And of course, she's a fellow Arduin lover, so got to give her that. Next up is Ironcaster. He is a fellow anime Power Rangers mecha fan. He's got 622 subscribers. Could use 1,000. He is on twice a week with T-Shirted Historian, doing the weekly geek stuff. We've worked together talking about Sentai. He is a fellow Giant Stompy Robot fan. He's a fellow anime fan. He's a fellow gamer. He's got a lot of good stuff to say. Like his style, like talking to him. He's very intelligent. He's very well thought out. He definitely could use some more love since he's only got 622 subs and only 117 videos. And, he appreciates Sentai. He appreciates Super Sentai, and he appreciates Kamen Rider. And you got to love somebody who is in our community who also can, admit that they're secretly still an 8-year-old and still love Giant Stompy Robots and Super Sentai and Power Rangers. So he does this thing every week called Mech Pit, where he talks about Giant Stompy Robots, Transformers, anime, stuff like that. Hopefully we'll get to work together again pretty soon. Yeah, check him out. He's got some good stuff. He's got an amazing beard. Could use some love, 622 subs. So if you've got a spare time and you want to check out another channel, just head on over there because he talks about big stompy robots. Who doesn't love somebody who starts about big stompy robots? The next one we want to take a look at is the Dungeon Delver at 542K subs with 912 videos. This guy has been around for a while. Very professional, very prolific, always has stuff to say, always has interviews with people, really just, amazingly informative and professional. He's spoken to Gygax, so he's definitely got some cred. He's been to Gary Con. He's definitely a name. People are aware of him, and he's a lover of the old school, like, a lot of us, without being too extreme or whatever. He, always got good things to say. He's got a members channel. He's got videos. He's got shorts. He's got stuff. He's got interviews. Very professional, very well thought out, very well spoken. Another one of, following the demise of Wizards of the Coast like myself. Sometimes he even gets to a story before I do. One of the few people who do, usually it's Tanker usually beats me first, but occasionally I think I've beaten Tanker twice. This guy, I think I've only beaten this guy to a story like once or twice. So yeah, definitely has his fingers in the pool. Definitely has things to say. Definitely a fan of the old school. The quality and content is very professional, and he's had a lot of really good interviews with people. So yeah, check him out, the Dungeon Delver. He's linked down below for 5,402K subscribers, or 542K subscribers, or however you say that. I don't know. And he's got a Patreon if you want to support him. And maybe, some of his 5,402K subscribers will come over and give us some love because, we want to hit that mysterious, mythic 2001 subs. Okay, obviously. So, yeah. Hey, look, it's our old friend, Robbie. Sup, Robbie? You still playing in that game? And finally, we couldn't do this without the inspiration, so I gotta give credit where credit is due, of course, because this is not an original idea. I borrowed this idea from VTubers, and this is one of the VTubers that I borrowed the idea from. This is Giga. She's been VTubing for about 6 months to a year, though she might have had a previous incarnation before she joined VSojo. And she's one of the many ones who I just kind of listen to as I'm going to sleep at night. She interacts with Iron Mouse, who, as you know, is one of my top 10 internet YouTube heroes. And again, it's the idea where she and her several 100,000 subs, 64.3K subs, goes to another YouTube channel or goes to another Twitch channel or goes to another Twitter channel that maybe isn't getting enough, as much recognition. And she takes all her subs over there and they raid the other channel. And they just hundreds of people show up in this other channel. And they acknowledge him. They give him love. And, maybe that person gets some subs, gets some support, gets some money, gets some recognition. I don't know. I think it's a great idea that, nobody in the tabletop role-playing game YouTube community does. So every week I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and find channels. Some of them are going to be huge. Some of them are not going to be huge. You go and you say, hey, I really like what this person has to offer. Maybe I'll subscribe. Maybe I'll support them. And in return, maybe these people will send some subs my way. Because let's face it, I'm selfish and I want more subs and I want more support. So thank you, Giga, for the idea. She's a VTuber. Make what you will of VTubers. Some people love them. Some people think they're weird. Some people don't like them. I happen to enjoy VTubers. And they're usually funny as hell, which is, if nothing else, they're usually worthy for a good laugh. And that's it. That's all the ones. And of course, the number one channel I want you to support is mine. So if you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2001 subs by August 4th. If you appreciate the crap that I do every day, Monday through Saturday, maybe consider supporting me. I've got a Ko-Fi, I've got an online store, and of course, the best way to support me is to head on over to Lulu and pick up one of the 4 POD productions for the Wretched Vigilantes campaign setting in the Red Room, with a new one hopefully coming out by the end of March, plus the long-awaited Wretched Beastery, which was, oh my God, so much work. So please, all right, Rivers, I'll do you next week, I promise. Give this guy some subs, and I'll check out his channel next week. That's it. If you appreciate this content, let me know. Otherwise, have a great Saturday. Stay safe wherever you are. It looks like we're gotta be in summer weather.